cool rain.
Right, good morning guys. Back on my campaign lake. I'm here to do another sort of 4-day session. Really excited. I'm here fishing with my mate Dave. It's been so far it's been quite eventful. Last night I got here at about 7 and it was absolutely pissing it down. Managed to get the bivvy up. My ground sheet had puddles on it. Got the rods out, managed to get a few, managed to get it out in the air. I know this swim quite well, I've fished it before, so I knew it, how many wraps it was onto the spot, and managed to get a little bit of bait out, but it got dark quite early, it was quite cold, the rain, oh god, it was horrible. I mean, it looks glorious out there at the moment, but so it was, what time was it? I think it was about 10:30, 11, and my left hand rod rips off playing it. Catfish, one of the catfish, just as I was playing it for 30 seconds, Dave's, it was my left hand and his right hand, which is quite funny, his one ripped off, so I had a double take. A couple of cats, I think mine was 12, and his was 16, and then this morning 5 o'clock, I hear his rod ripping off. His left hand rod is ripping off, so better go over there because we're just next to him, and he's playing it for a while, and then a couple of minutes my right hand rod just rips off. I'm like, oh, so I was like, after that double take, I thought I might have crossed him a little bit, but because we are fishing quite close, like on the same bar, and but I thought, oh, it's not crossed him anyway. So yeah, looked like I'd got him, so I just let my line slack. He carried on playing the fish. Anyway, when we got it in the net, my rig was sitting there. Basically what had happened is the fish had been hooked by Dave, still eating, munching along our bait, and then I've hooked it as well. So we both caught the same fish, and we both hooked the same fish. I've never heard of that before. I'm sure it's happened on commercials and that, but let me know in the comments below if you've had that before with any catfish, or not just catfish, just carp anyway, where both you and your mate had both caught a fish. It was quite funny, and it certainly gave. Anyway, it weighed in at 24, and you'll see the picture of that in a sec. It's nice fish. Gave him a good battle anyway. So we both had 1.5 fish each, and I'll show you the spots and the rigs and the mix and that sort of stuff later. As you can see, I'll show you. It is looking absolutely glorious out there. You see that? There's the rods. It's only about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's real bright, hopefully, because you can see everything's soaked. The sun will be there to dry it all out, and come here, something wrong with my nose, it looks well red. Fucking, I got battered by mozzies last night again. Got most of my clothes, I've been trying to cut down all the clothes I'll bring, so I'm not bringing hardly any clothes with me, and got absolutely soaked. So it's down to my second set, which is like my last set, so I might have to get some new clothes and I will hopefully get them dried out today in this sun. So tight lines. Right guys, I've just landed this. I don't know if you want to come and look at this. This is a 12 pound 6. The wind's taking it. Just let this settle. Bloody wind. It's 12 pound 6. Brie. My PB's oh god, look at that slime. Slimed up my thing. But look at it. God, I can't believe the amount of slime it's actually on. This is probably the slimiest bream I've ever caught. And I caught fucking hundreds. It's a specimen, that's for sure. £12.6. Right, do you want to take a picture? Right, so we're just gonna talk about spod mixes now. This lake, it loves a bit of bait. I'm gonna go through Dave's mix, aka Jonah, as you can probably tell.
Super bad.
Yeah. So he does things a little bit differently. So he's gonna show us his mix, and I'm gonna show him one. We're gonna compare them and see what you guys think. So yeah, go with it.
Right then.
So what have you got in there at the moment?
In this one, all we've got at the minute is just peanuts.
Yep.
Which I got the idea from you. Then just literally pigeon mix. So just cook that all up yourself and everything. Make sure it's all cooked properly. You
soak it up first, and then do you add anything while you're soaking it?
Normally a bit of chilli and garlic.
Good lad. Yeah. What, fresh garlic?
Fresh garlic, yeah.
Good lad, good lad.
Yeah. That on that. And all I do then is...
Dave is a bit of a master chef. He runs his kitchen.
So all I do that is add some 6mm pellets. Not too many,
because of the catfish.
To be honest, I don't want the catfish, but I do get the catfish. But then I've got the live system pellets.
They're more of a carp pellet base, aren't
they?
So they're not so oily.
Smells so much better as well. Lovely.
I can smell them from here. Yeah. Dave's a Dorset boy, so he loves CC more.
Then if it's not, spice things up a bit more chili hemp.
Nice. I like that one, the Super Seed. Love hemp.
And what else I do? To try and bind it all together is the live system ground bait mix.
Nice. Again, you can smell it.
Yeah. That's more than anything to soak up all the moisture and then to hold it in the spot.
All the particles, they give out loads of oil.
It's a nice little cloud as well when it goes down. And I mix the sizes up more than anything, just give the fish more options. I've got 50mm, CC more, live system again.
Is that freezer bait or shelf life?
These are freezer baits.
Nice. And what's your views on fresh to shelf?
To be honest, I think if you've got the frozen ones and the flavours, like you're literally cooking them, cooling them, they're getting in the freezer, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the flavour's still there, me personally. With the shelf life ones, you just don't know how long they've been sat on the shelf, so you don't know
how
good the flavour is still. So yeah, but quite friendly. Probably not as friendly as Danny Fairbars because I'm not sponsored, but there you go. This is the DM bait, not the DF bait.
It's hilarious. What are they? So you've got 18s?
These are 18s.
18s and 15.
I like these monster tiger nuts. I absolutely love them.
Because it's sticking with the whole nutty particle.
Yeah, it just smells so creamy and everything. But even for like shelf life, like they break up so easy. These ones.
Yeah, they're not like what they used to be.
No.
Yeah, they're very little preservatives, if not none. Some companies.
Also, I would do the good old tools, the crushers.
Almost the same colour, that boilie, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. More like almost washed out sort of colour as
well. So I think like baits like the live system and the cell have always done well, just because they do look like washed out baits.
Yeah. If you really want to, you can put some of the old mangoo, like gives it that nice little pinky colour.
Going in with the boilies.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's more of a boily water than anything else, I find. You got the little, like, the pigeon mix to keep the little fish happy, but then you got the big boys, the big baits to keep the big boys happy.
Yeah, the big girls, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're into the big boys.
Yeah. Go for it. You just might need some goo for that, though.
Help things along the way.
Yeah. So you've got all your boilies there. Now I've got some of the live system glug. Pour that over.
Nice.
Now I've got this.
Oh, I've used that.
Coconut liquid.
That's real good. That is.
Yeah.
Tastes real nice as well.
I haven't gone that far yet.
No, I tasted it. Yeah. Looks a bit suspect though.
Yeah. after talking about big boys. So we've got some of that. Then another little tip I nicked from somebody. It's Tesco's good oil.
Mate, that is the best.
Hemp oil, yeah. Like they say, every little helps.
I stopped using hemp because I found that it just, the bream came in, the carp get preoccupied on it, so I started putting hemp oil instead because I think it's the oiliness that they really love from it. So it really helps things along. Although, saying that though, I am after some hemp at the moment. Look at that mix. Look at that. Let's have a quick little look before you mix it up. Do you want your little mixer thing?
I can just do it with my hands.
Yeah, go on then. Go for it. Give it a mix.
Get nice and gooey, mate. See, as you can see, it's all there.
And that's probably a good what? Weight-wise, that's probably a good. What,
5 kilo?
I'd say it's more than that. It's a nice colour though.
See why I put the ground bait in, just to soak up those waters from the liquid from the nuts you've been boiling and everything, all the excess.
Look at that. So you got bits of maize there. You got 20 millers, 18 millers, peanuts, hemp. That is carpy as you like, and it just smells sweet, nutty, very almondy.
Then all I do with that,
very creamy. I like that. I like that a lot.
So then that's on your bed, and hopefully your wafter,
because it'll be sticking up like that, won't it?
Just be hovering over it
like that, just over the top. That is just going to get a bite every time.
So yeah, that's my
it's making me hungry.
method of the spod mix. Now we see what Billy does with this.
I'll get this unzipped. Right guys, now you've just seen Dave's mix. I'm going to talk you through my mix now. Slightly different. I'm going to start off with the old ever faithful peanuts. These ones have been I soak them for 24 hours with chilli. Put garlic and chilli as well in there, and soak them for 24 hours. Boil them for half an hour to an hour, and they go all sticky and creamy. So a couple of,
you can really smell it, can't you?
Yeah, you can really smell it. A couple of slots of that.
Well, you was putting it out last night, weren't you? And you can literally see the spom, like
the oil slick.
The oil slick where you're just bringing it back in.
So it really is oily. Then I'm not on the CC more. Well, I've got one, but this is I've got cell and hybrid in there.
Yeah.
I've got 18 mil cells and 15 hybrids. Put them in there. They are similar sort of colour to the peanuts. Where's that crusher? I'll crush up some as well.
The good old quarter crusher.
Yeah, it's a good.
One of the good gadgets.
Yeah, it's one of the best things that's come out, isn't it? It's
yeah.
Quality.
Probably sell quite a few of those, couldn't you, to some people?
Don't want it to be too crushed. There we go. Doing up one more. You can get it right down to powder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so a couple of. There we go. Bit of crushed boilies. Now these are my little beauties. These aren't mainline boilies. These are CC mill boilies. These are 10 mil N-gauge ones. They're like a spicy fish meal, but they've got a bird meal base. And these are little gems. I've done really well on this using these. So.
It's just for the other anglers, so they all think we're using mainline.
Yeah, a little bit of Ringwood trickery.
That's the top tip of the day.
Yeah, mate, I'm using mainline, mate. Right, so that's that. Next thing, tuna.
Oh yeah.
Tuna in oil, more oil.
Can't beat a bit and fishy fingers.
I'm gonna have to go with my hands. I don't eat fish, a tuna, but it's not the worst smelling fish there is. So you just smash that all up.
So would you have the vegetarian fish still taken out then?
Yeah. Yeah, what's all that about vegetarian fish?
Yeah.
That's fucking made me laugh actually. Ali Hamidi, chatting shit. Nah, he's a good lad. Then
Bit of green giant.
Green giant. Whacking the juice as well.
Goes well with your hoodie.
Yeah. I don't put too much in, just because I feel like they again, like a bit like the hemp, they do get preoccupied on it. So
and too much yellow, they say it could scare them.
Yeah. So just, you see, it's just enough in there. I mean, the tuna could be a mistake in here because of the amount of catfish, but I stopped using it halfway through the season, then just got balsamic because I've had a few on it. So it's always my favourite then. This is mixed. This is halibut pellets.
Yeah.
From Kent Particle, and these are mixed size. You've got everything from the big old donkey chokers to little ones to, you know, similar to 6-8 mil.
So you got a good variety there.
Yeah. Different breakdown times. Good old chug it out.
Yeah, fish just crushed just right in the margin, just there.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice size. I heard it but didn't see it. Right, so again. And this is what I like, the pellet just gives it a nice little dark touch. Again, similar to Dave, I like to use a bit of ground bait. This one, I'm really getting on this one. This is a krill ground bait from Sonar Baits. It's got actual fish in it. Oh, head boil going over, but but I don't like to put too much in it because I feel like it ruins the mix.
What's that for? Just for attraction and to hold it?
Just to, like I said, absorb all the oil, get a little bit of a cloud. Just to absorb a lot of the juices, but I don't like it when it gets too ground baity.
Really smell it, can't you?
Yeah, it's a really, really fishy.
Fishy, yeah.
Yeah, it smells literally as strong. Look, as strong as fish from a tin.
Smell it from here.
It's good gear, that is.
So you just don't have to head to Bournemouth for a Friday night for fishing, mate.
Just go here.
Just go here on the crew.
Right, last thing, hybrid. I love.
Billy's favourite.
Yeah, so a bit of the hybrid flavour there.
The last really good as well, because as you can see, the cap's down and really good.
And that is pretty much the finished mix. I was going to put some hemp oil, but there's so much oil from the sunflower oil and the peanuts and that. That will be overkill it. So give it a good old mix, and that's the mix. I mean, similar, slightly different, but pretty similar.
So if you put a bit next to each other, then they can just see the colour wise. It's more the colour wise than anything. You've got a more red in colour one to like a more creamier one.
This one is very meaty and very fishy, and this one is very creamy,
and
very sweet. So there we go.
Yeah. So tight lines. I don't think we bother weighing it.
I don't bother weighing them. I'm giving you that's a little 8-pounder.
Yeah.
The smallest fish I've seen out of here.
Yeah. Pretty small.
Nice though, isn't he? He'll be one of the 20s for the future, or 30s for the future.
Nice big.
Give him 20 years.
Put in more boardies.
Are you going for a swim as well? Big shoulders for his size though, isn't it? He's all shoulders. Look at the size of it for such a small fish. Bye bye.